So the morning after that election, how many of you were like me, wanting to stay under the covers with a bag of chips and a bottle of wine? Whiskey, yeah. Well, that was my first inclination. But survival was my primary goal. And I went to the internet to find some answers, and it was there that I found this little portal into a sea of blue and other people like me. And we became a little underground, a secret little underground, exchanging knowledge and contributing whatever skills we might have so we could act. And right out of the gate, Philadelphia did not disappoint. We started making phone calls, and that first week after the election, Alexandra had a very difficult call with Senator Toomey's office with a guy named Nick. So she asked us to all go down to his office the next day, and we did. I have to admit, I was terrified. I've always been an informed and engaged voter, but I am absolutely not an activist. I didn't think that I could speak to somebody in position of power, but I sucked it up. And I went anyway. And I found some really kick-ass people. And they were like me, and they wanted to act. And we became the Tuesdays with Toomey crew. We would go to Senator Toomey's office every Tuesday at 12:20. That first week there were 7 of us, and then there were a dozen, and then a dozen more, and then something started to happen. A movement started to solidify, and not just in Philadelphia. It grew around the state to Pittsburgh, Johnstown, even Erie showed up. Real Pennsylvanians, yes, real unpaid Pennsylvanians. We are out there, we are ready to act, and we are ready to have our voices heard. The more that Senator Toomey decides to hide, the larger and louder we grow. In the earlier weeks, they would meet with us politely, but as soon as we organized, they locked us out. So we got a bullhorn. We have raised our voices for the people of Philadelphia. We have raised our voices for the Affordable Care Act, for sanctuary cities, and for the economically challenged. We have heard from mothers who are fighting for clean air. We have heard from citizens with chronic illnesses who are afraid of losing their health care. We have the press coming after us now. Not coming after us, they're with us. They're reporting on us, and we've even made it to the Rachel Maddow show. We are becoming harder and harder to ignore. From full voicemail boxes that Senator Toomey's office has decided to ignore, to last week, Senator Toomey had a surprise visit with 5 constituents in Pittsburgh. That might be progress, but it's not enough. What we want is a town hall meeting. We want Senator Toomey to listen to his constituents, all of his constituents, not just those that agree with him. And we are not giving up. We are part of a larger organization called Philadelphia United for Progress, or Philly Up. We create social media events. We do Twitter. We do Facebook. We call our senators. We call all of our elected officials. We go to meetings. We go to a lot of meetings. We are sacrificing sleep. We are sacrificing time with our families. We are sacrificing self-care. And we are doing this with the knowledge that busy is not an excuse to save our democracy. Senator Elizabeth Warren a few weeks ago in a speech said, "Many times our side won't win, but we have our voices. And we will add our voices to the voices of millions of other people in this country who are standing up to say that the character of this nation is not the character of its president. We will continue to fight. I have found my voice. I have found my voice, and I have merged it with many others, not just in Philadelphia, but in Pennsylvania and beyond. We, all of us, can stand up. We can speak out, because that is what democracy looks like. See you next Tuesday, Senator.